everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video, and I want to talk about the exclusive Marvel comics that we have on Veve, the platform, fully licensed, and why they are so important. I'm going to give you the top ones, in regards to how much they're worth, and show you who the artists are, and talk a whole lot about why these covers are going to become more important over time. And it might be a good idea for you to start picking them up in the marketplace, and of course when new drops come. So if you do like this video after you watch it, make sure you smash like, and you got to comment down below and let me know what you think. Do you have a big collection of exclusive comic book art of some of the biggest grails of all time? Do you have a collection on Veve of that, or are you just going to get started kind of like what I'm doing? For sure, I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing as well. Now, if you want to join this channel and become a member, if you select level 3, you get a Drophead 3 NFT, which gets you multiple spots in my comic book rewards. So I have comic book rewards that are going out actually today. If you're watching this on September 28th, but every week we have real world comics going out to my holders and my members. So, and also Omi's going out today as well. So if you want to do that, hit the join button, DM me. I'll get you your free NFT and into the program. It's as simple as that. But let's get into this, you guys. Exclusive covers. It's time to get exclusive. I think it's time for us to go in and start picking these up. And this is what I'm going to be doing. I've only started to grab one or two, so, I don't have a whole stack of these or anything, but they are amazing. And with talk about these comics, about how important they are or not, I think the exclusive covers on Veve are a really safe bet for you for long term, because comic book collectors love exclusives. They love, art that you can't find anywhere else. And when Marvel and when DC NFT as well over on that platform start to produce comics that only exist digitally, which is going to happen, people are going to go back and look for the grails of all time, the first digital versions of those that you actually own as NFTs. They're going to go back and look for those, and Veve has a ton of them. So this is fantastic. Let's get into this. Now, why are exclusives important? Okay, now this also applies to in real world in regards to exclusive comic covers. They are some of the biggest drivers of comic sales in the physical space as well. When new comics come out, and to have a chance to get exclusives of the original, like old school grails, this is a great opportunity. Now, their variants only exist here on Veve. That's what makes some of these so important, is you can't find this art anywhere else. And they literally hired, Marvel and Veve have hired artists to create renditions of these, classic grail covers. And this is the only place you can find them in the world. So it is amazing. They're not in print. They're only here. So that is very important. Now, collectors want variants. Like I said, if you look at IRL, that's in real world collecting of comics, especially the new stuff, they have tons of variant covers. Those drive the sales 100%. And those usually have the most value, for sure, right? So that's a big thing. Collectors love variants. All comics one day will be digital. There'll always be a little bit of print for sure, but in 10 years from now or something, do you think Marvel's going to be printing comics galore? Probably not. They're going to be printing some, of course, and I think that will never die. And of course, I'm a real world comic collector. I mean, I love print, but it's just the way that it's going to go, you guys. So having these originals is amazing, especially the grails of all time. Owning the IP of Grail Comics is important as well. That's what you have to understand about NFTs, is that you own a part of the IP. So if you take a comic like Amazing Fantasy or any of these other Grail comics or some of the new ones they release, you're actually owning a part of the IP of that. And there's only so many to go around. That is very important. It's going to become even more important over time with interoperability. So this is something you really need to focus on if you're into NFTs, into digital collecting. And Veve makes it super easy, of course. Now, digital is the future, you guys. This is the way the world is going. You can see all these big companies that are in collecting. They're starting to move to digital. They're not leaving the physical behind fully yet. That's going to take a long time, but they are moving into this area. And what do you want to be in collecting? You always want to be in the area where you're first. First is usually always the best. And of course, the variants, those special covers of comics, those are the best as well. So this is why I'm doing this video. Anyway, the first one, the number one that you can actually find in regards to regular comics you can get is Amazing Fantasy. Okay, exclusive artists are Alex Saviuk and Laura Martin. So these are great covers, the ultra rare and the rare. You can see the differences there. The rare is about 270 gems at this current moment on September the 28th, 2023. And the ultra rare is actually sitting at 800 gems. And these are both exclusive covers. There's only 22 of the rares available on the market, and there's only 19 of the ultra rares. The floors are super thin, as this is pretty much the top comic on Veve. Aside from a couple of other ones that are really scarce and kind of oddities, this is the #1 comic and probably always will be, you guys. So if you want to start somewhere with these exclusive covers that only exist here, you might want to start with this one for sure. The second one right here to look at is Tales of Suspense. This is number 39. This is the first appearance of Iron Man. People really love the exclusive art here by Trevor Von Eden and, of course, Israel Silva. So these are amazing. These are amazing covers right here. The rare is, there's about 21 listed only. It's sitting at about 47 to 48. And you can see that ultra rare is only 13 listed. This one's at 160. So, this is, if you look at the secret rare variants of these comics, of course, they only exist here as well. But these ones are specifically, artists drawn for the platform, which is crazy. So, you can't get to that secret rare because they're like $1,000. You can get to these levels for sure, right? Number 3, Journey into Mystery. This is the next one right here. This is the first appearance of Thor, number 83. And, of course, there's only 20 listed right here of the rare at 48 gems. And, of course, 19 listed of the ultra rare at 130 gems. This is Sergio Dalvia, of course, and Sean Parsons and Jesus Albertoff. So, these are pretty cool artists. These are amazing. I'm just learning about some of these people, and how great the art is. And you can see this cover is fantastic. People love it. Number 4, of course, is The Incredible Hulk #1 by Alex Saviak again and Rachel Rosenberg. This comic came out more recently. There's, so this comic is also doing great. Look at the rare down there. It's 44 gems. There's only 20 available. And of course, the ultra rare is 125 gems. There's only 21 available. These floors are super scarce and thin. Not many people are selling these. They're holding on, for sure. These are amazing. Number 5 is actually giant-sized X-Men. You can see these are the top comics on Veve that exist right now. Giant-sized X-Men #1. Okay, of course, this is Nicoletta Balderi. She's probably the most famous or more popular artist that we have on Veve right now for these exclusive covers. People love the work she's doing with Marvel for sure. 14 only exist of the rare on the market right now. And of course, it's 39 gems. And of course, you can see the ultra rare. This is a really great price. Actually, only 13 are on the market. And it's 115 gems currently right now. So this one is amazing. A lot of people are collecting her art for sure. Number 6 is Fantastic Four 5. Okay, I'm just doing this by value, guys, about where they're listed in the marketplace. This, of course, is Brett Breeding and Alex Sinclair. So this comic came out like over a year ago at least. And there's only 10 rares on the market for 33 gems. There's only 7 ultra rares on the market for 110 gems. So these are also like sought after and scarce and exclusive. And of course, there's tons of other ones too, guys. These are just the top ones in terms of how much they're worth, right? But I do have one right here that I think is super undervalued. And I'm going to show you this one right here. This is Avengers 1 that just came out recently. This is an all-time Grail comic, you guys. And there's lots of, commons available, but they're slowly getting dwindled down and eaten. You can see that the rare right here, there's 93 of those, and it's sitting at 25 gems. When it reaches these numbers, what's the price going to be? That's the question, right? So this one also, the ultra, there's 65 available, and it's sitting at 59 gems, 60 gems. So this comic is, and the common as well is around 20 or so. So this comic right here is like a massive grail in the real world. So this might be one you want to jump on. And there's others as well we can talk about. There's Spider-Man 300. There's Daredevil 1. I mean, there's so many great exclusive covers that exist other than these. These are just the top ones. And this one to me is the one that actually I think is going to make the most movement over time as people slowly eat through the floor for sure, right? So these are the ones I want you to look at right here at the top of the list, but look at all the other ones. If you can't afford the ultra rares, look at the rares. You get those master collector points, which are nice, of 2 a day on the rares. They're a little bit cheaper. And if you can sweep all 4 of these top comics, or you're all 5 of these, sorry, right at the top, and then you have that, or all 6, I think I showed. If you have that 7th one, I mean, I think you're going to be doing absolutely amazing for sure. Now, I don't own all of these. I own both of Amazing Fantasies. I don't own either of these. I don't own either of these. I don't own either of these yet. I don't own either of these, okay? This one I also need to get, and I do own these, okay? So I own these, but not the rest. And so this is my mission, is to collect all of these. I'm trying to decide whether I go the ultra rares or the rares. So I'm putting this out ahead of time, even before I buy them, because I'm looking at them right now. I'm trying to get ahead of these, and I'm really thinking these are going to be important in the long term, right? So if you guys want to watch this video I did a little bit a while ago, called Digital Comics Are the Future, I'll put the link to that in the description of the video. It explains everything about what I think about digital comics for sure, and why I think they're so important, is specifically the first ones right here of this new age of digital collecting. So if you do like the vid, make sure you hit like, comment down below, and good luck on all the upcoming comic drops. I'll see you in the next video, and happy collecting.